Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to wait a second to see if some people pop on while I'm waiting to turn onto this road. So annoying. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good day. I really hope some people pop on. I really like talking to people instead of talking to myself. So let's hope that happens. Otherwise, it makes me so sad. Oh, good morning. Yay, people are popping on. I was about to say, I hate talking to myself on live video. Like when no one else is on, it makes me so sad. Say good morning if you're just popping on. If you're watching the replay later on, let me know. Good morning, Blair. Good morning, Anna. All right, guys. So, per usual, because this is just who I am as a person, I'm running late to work. I cannot wait for it to be summer. I don't know about y'all. Some teachers are, I know I work with, or some other teachers are on here. But anyway, not knowing a lot of people is not an excuse. Okay, I can imagine that when a lot of us first joined this business, or if you did just join this business, you feel like, well, I just don't know that many people. Okay, well, number one, you know more people than you think. And number two, a lot of times we just get in our head about not knowing a lot of people, and we ask you to do your list of 100 and you don't do it, or you're like, you see 100 and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Well, first of all, you need to do it, and you need to get a memory jogger and actually make that list. And something that I am going to start doing, something that I did this month and that I'm going to make a habit of, is on the first of every month, I am going to go and add to my list of 100. I'm going to go back over my month and think about all the things that I've done and the people that I've met or whatever, and actually write them down on my list of 100. Because especially right now during the summer, I like getting out of my house and going to do stuff on the weekend. And it's like, okay, I met these people at the beach this past weekend and I friended them on Facebook. Well, I mean, no, I'm not just going to go message her tomorrow asking about Scentsy, but I am going to put her on my list of 100 so that I can be very intentional about continuing to build a relationship with her now, so that eventually it's going to come up. Same thing with, I go to a lot of baseball games now. I know Blair's real happy about that. Even though I don't know what's going on, I like to go to the Fayetteville Woodpeckers game. So I see people that I haven't seen in a really long time, and we talk and we just start building back up that relationship. And I want to be intentional with that and go and add them to my list of 100 so that I am building a consistent relationship with them. So I know that that's something that I've not really been intentional about. I made my list of 100. I may go redo my list of 100 once or twice a year, but I'm actually going to add it to my habit tracker on the first of the month to go and add to my list of 100. And I want that number, I want my list of 100 to actually be larger than 100. Okay, so I know it's summer. Why in the world is my windshield fogging up? I don't know about any of y'all, if y'all struggle with this, but Jesus take the wheel, I can barely see. This is ridiculous. I don't know why these things happen to me. It's probably because Blair is listening and all the things always happen to her, and she's rubbed her luck off on me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna have my heat on when it's 75 degrees right now, but there's that. Anyway, so not knowing enough people is not an excuse. So going back and adding to my list of 100 every single month. Now, you guys know that I'm a big podcaster, right? So I was listening to one about growing your list. You have to continually grow your list. And one way to continue to grow your list is that you have to say yes to things sometimes in social gatherings. So if your kids or your family or whoever is having a social gathering, sometimes you really just don't want to go. And I've been there, and I'm a very big introvert. But what I've realized is if I don't go and step just a little bit out of my comfort zone and go and do things socially that I may not normally always do, that my funnel of people coming in is going to close. So doing that. And guys, listen, when I say grow your customer base, I don't mean go and spam all these people. Growing your list is not something that's automatic. It's systematic, it's intentional, but it's not an overnight thing. You've got to build relationships with these people, because that's when Scentsy is going to come up. Because if you are being salesy in the way of all you do is just spit out Scentsy to every single person that you meet, people are going to get turned off by that. And honestly, most of us live in a town where people are going to talk to each other, and people are going to end up realizing like, oh, she only wants to talk to me just because of Scentsy. And I mean, in the back of my mind, yes, I'm building a relationship with them to eventually talk to them about Scentsy, but it's because I know that it's going to come up, and I know that Scentsy can bless their life. I know that they can either love some smell goods, or they can party with me and get them for free, or they can join the business and it can 100% change their life. So getting out of your comfort zone in social situations. And I am literally the most awkward person you will ever meet in your life. Like literally, even people I work with daily. I walked by a guy that I work with yesterday, and he's like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, you too. And I'm like, what the hell did I just say? Like, and he doesn't even he's not somebody that he literally is just somebody that works with me, and I'm awkward as hell for no reason. So, you've just got to get out of your own head when it comes to that. Another way that you can meet people or continue to grow your funnel is being out and about, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom or a work-at-home mom, or you're at home a lot. You have got to be intentional about going out and meeting people, okay? I know that is a very hard thing, and it's not a fun thing to do, but you can either sit back in your house and wait for people to come beat down your door to buy Scentsy, or you can go out and meet people, okay? I mean something as simple as being in Target and having a smile on your face instead of having RBF like me, and just drumming up conversations with people. It doesn't have to be about Scentsy, and it shouldn't be. Literally, you can just be in Target in the towel aisle and talk to someone about whether or not they like the towels, or if they have their kid with them. Like, you can strum up a conversation, and I mean, if they're a nice person and they're going to smile back and talk to you, you can continue to talk to them, and you can literally just open it up with, are you from here? Or open it up with a question that they can respond to, and just smile and be friendly, and it can go on from there. Like, there has been plenty of people who have met people on airplanes. Like, literally, I'm the worst at this because flying gives me anxiety. I'll put my headphones in and not talk to anybody around me, and I literally could cut myself because one of the girls that sat right next to me on a flight to Summit Approach sponsored someone sitting next to her on the aisle over, and they joined her team because she didn't put her headphones in and had a conversation with people. Like, she didn't die, and she did something income producing. So talking to people is not going to kill you, and come up with something that makes you feel comfortable. Random question that could strum up a conversation. Now, if you meet somebody and they're ugly, then don't continue to have that conversation. But you can totally have a conversation with someone and be like, girl, I feel like we would just get along so well, and friend them on Facebook. You don't have to get their phone number. Some people think that's creepy. It's okay. Friend them on Facebook, and it's going to come up. And if it doesn't come up in your initial conversation, then it can come up later, especially if you're a work-at-home mom or stay-at-home mom and you're at Target in the middle of the day and you see people there with kids or even without kids. You can strum up a conversation and be like, well, what do you do? Because I literally wonder that, because, you know, I'm a teacher all year round. So during the summer, I love to go to Target during the week and during the day. And it always blows my mind how many people are there. And I know that's probably just so cynical to me, but it's it blows my mind, because I'm like, what do these people do? Why are they out at Target? Like, why are they not at work? And I know that seems like a stupid question, but it's a good question, because if I would just open my mouth and talk to them, somebody might be waiting for that type of opportunity. So think of a way or something to say to people when you strum up a conversation, because I actually like have to think about what I'm going to say before I say something, or just word vomit comes out and I sound real stupid. Okay, so that is one way to increase your funnel of people coming in. Another thing that is 100% a way to continue to increase your customer base is partying. If you are not partying, like, your customer base is going to get very tired of you always asking them to buy. Emily and I were talking about this morning, or this weekend. Not that she's intentionally trying to grow her customer base, because she knows that a lot of her customers have been buying for months and months and months, multiple months, and she's had freaking rock star PRV, and she knows that those people are going to get to the point where it's going to be a month or two before they need to re-up on Scentsy. And she realizes that. And that's what makes her such a boss, is that you have to party so that you gain new people. Okay. And when I say party, that's just a whole nother training. But if you are not continually trying to bring in new people into your circle, eventually your circle is going to get cleaned out. So partying. If people do not want to party with you, or they can't party, or whatever their reason is, a training I listened to the other day was, when you reach out to someone, you can say, would you like to host or post? So if they say that they cannot host a party for you, or they're not ready to, ask them if they will post on social media for you. Post in their Instagram stories, or post on their Facebook story, or on their Facebook wall, or whatever, and give you a shout out. It can be something as easy as saying that you have great customer service if they're already a customer of yours. It can be something like them saying, hey, I just hosted a party. If you didn't get to order, my girl is amazing. She's taking 2 more people on for parties next month, or whatever, because those people have a bigger circle than you do. That's why you have to use them to your advantage. And it's not being like crazy, it's being smart. Because if you've got to be growing your customer base. So for instance, my parents don't really they order from me like twice a year, if that. But I know that they have a larger circle. So every once in a while, I will get them to post on Facebook for me. And I'll literally tell them and give them the picture of what to say, because if I don't, it'll come out sounding crazy. Or Mason, remember what I said? Sorry. I tell them what to say and they post. So, and even if I don't get something like right away, I'm still becoming more relevant, and I'm going to go comment on that. So you can gain more customers by asking people to host or post. If they say that they cannot host a party for you, or they're not wanting to host one right then or whatever, find another solution. Meaning, don't just take that no and just be like, okay, and continue that conversation. Don't make them feel like the only reason why you were reaching out was to get them to host for you. Continue that conversation. But building relationships is what's going to be so important. And statistics show that literally, like, there is 1 consultant for every 3,000 people in North Carolina. I can't remember where that statistic came from, or I can't even find the thing, but they did that. They showed us that post. I think it was maybe at Leadership, that like 1 out of every 3,000 people have a Scentsy consultant. And that's even like on the low end of the spectrum number. And I mean, I don't have 3,000 customers. And if you guys have 3,000 customers, I need to know. But, people don't have a consultant. So, and then product testers. That is one way that I am going to try to gain new customers. So I decided that I was going to do Scentsy Soak this month, and I have asked on social media about Scentsy Soak and who wants to try it, who loves baths or whatever. I've done it that way. And so I am mailing those out today with a little flyer that says, review this on Facebook for a discount or whatever. And so I'm going to follow up with them, because I'm not just going to trust them once they get it to go and review it. I'm going to follow up with them and ask them to do that. And they're just going to give me a review on Facebook. And because their circle is different and it's something that I haven't been doing a lot of, I feel like it's going to really help me break into another market besides just wax and warmers, because during the summer it can be somewhat difficult. If anybody else has any other ideas about how to get new customers and to meet new people, let me know. But the biggest thing to remember is that posting on social media is not the way to run your business, and it's not the way that a million people are going to come and flock to you, because honestly, probably only 20% of your audience or your friends on Facebook are actually seeing your posts. And a lot of times it's Scentsy consultants that are seeing your posts because we post some of the same things. So the Facebook algorithm or the Instagram algorithm thinks that that's what we want to see. And so we're seeing a lot of y'all's posts when people that don't do Scentsy aren't seeing them. So you cannot just post on social media and expect all the people to see your stuff, because that's just not the way that it works. And you can't just post on social media and expect to have a huge month, because most of my sales and most of my party bookings, almost none of them come from social media. I still post because I want to stay relevant and I want everybody to know that I'm working my business, but that's not the way that I get the majority of my sales. I do post, but I have to reach out to people. And especially if you just joined, I want you guys to know that. Make your list of 100, come up with some simple script, or ask your sponsor or ask on here for a script to send to people to say that you're launching your business or whatever, and send it to people and be authentic. But you cannot just post on social media and expect everybody to flock to you, because that's just not the way that things are going to work. But people do want to support you a whole lot more than you realize. So I hope this was helpful. Just know that if you say that you do not know a lot of people and you are not stepping out of your comfort zone or even doing your list of 100 to reach out to people, like, I'm going to be honest, a lot of us leaders, we don't have time for that, because I didn't know a lot of people when I first joined. Most of the people that are my customers now are people I didn't know when I joined Scentsy, because I'm continuously meeting new people and building relationships with people and doing it with the intention of wanting to bless them rather than just doing it with the intention of wanting to sell them something, because that's not what this is about. And honestly, most of the people that I sold to when I first started are now on my team. So you have to remember that you have to continuously build your business and build your contacts and not be scared. Two other things that just popped into my head. So Danielle Harris got invited to like a small business networking event that she's going to go to. Those are perfect for gathering contact information and building relationships with people. And then vendor events. You can Google them. You can look them up in your area. You can ask people for recommendations for vendor events. You can post on Facebook and say, hey, I'm really looking to expand my customer base. I'm interested in any vendor events that you might have. You do not have to have a ton of stock to do them. Honestly, the biggest thing that I love about events is all the people that you can meet. Oh, and last thing, sorry. Fundraisers and like donations. So I did a large fundraiser or donation for Scentsy Buddies for Falcon Children's Home. If you have a company or something that you're really passionate about, pair up with somebody. Ask them if they will help support you in giving back to the community. And they're going to have people that are very passionate about their business or about their cause or whatever, and they're going to support your business because you are supporting them or whatever. So you can donate your commission, you can do a buddy drive. I've done a fundraiser for a cheer gym here in town. I've done one for a dance studio, baseball teams, like all the things. Think outside of the box, because even if you are going to give your commission away, number one, if you're doing a party, like a fundraiser party, you're going to keep all those rewards Yes, you're going to give your commission away, but think about all the people that you're going to meet and be able to follow up with and gain exposure in town. So I hope this was helpful. You guys have a good Tuesday, and go ask all the people. Ask. Don't be scared. Love y'all.